Here's a report in on the Owens River and Hot Creek from Fred Rowe of Sierra Bright Dot.
Hello, I'm Fred Rowe from Sierra Bright Dot Fly Fishing Guide Service. I've been teaching, guiding, writing, and lecturing on fly fishing in the Eastern Sierras since 1982. Well, let's get to this week's fly fishing report. Well, weather's warming up, insects are starting to hatch, fly fishing's starting to get good. Well, let's start with Hot Creek. It's starting to show the insect hatches. We're still nymphing there, and we're still struggling a little bit to get fish, but for the most part, it's starting to get good. We're not seeing that selective feeding hatch. That means every fish is on the surface, and we can have 30, 50 fish days up there, but it's right around the corner. Right now, it's blue-wing olives and caddis hatching there. I'm fishing a dry and a dropper. I'm using a size 14 mini Chernobyl ant, and under that, I'm using a size 18 beadhead flashback pheasant tail, and that's fooling the wild brown and rainbows in the creek. Well, let's go over to the Upper Owens River. Well, cutthroats are gone. Another spawning season has come to an end. Now it's resident fish and a few fish moving in and out from the lake or moving down to go to the lake. So we're primarily nymph fishing in there, looking for hatches. There's been a little bit of a PMD hatch in there, which is your pale morning dun mayfly. That's in a size 16, and it's a tannish, grayish, olivish colored mayfly. When we're not fishing that on the surface, well, guess what? We're still nymph fishing in there. And I'm primarily Euro nymphing in there because that's the most productive way to fish nymphs. All right, let's go over to Crawley Lake. Well, the boats, they're primarily working in Hilton Bay and up on the north end of McGee Bay. And they're fishing in 10 to 20 feet of water, depending on who you are and where you're fishing. And the standard copper and black, silver and black midges, along with gray. And then the albino baron is another great fly for up there. And we're fishing them anywhere from 3 inches to 2 feet off the bottom. You just got to vary the depth to find out where the fish are. And that's the one thing I change the most as the day progresses. All right, let's head down the hill and that's go to Lower Owens River. That's fishing good, but it did bump up to 225 CFS. Well, there are some hatches there. Fish really aren't coming up to the surface. It's still a nymphing situation is what we got to do there. And I'm primarily using gold-ribbed hares here and beadhead flashback pheasant tails. Well, let's wrap up this week's fish report on Bishop Creek Canal. Fishing pressure's leveled off, not getting quite as much pressure, and guess what? We're catching a few more fish in there. In particular, the wild brown trout in there. And again, I'm fishing under an indicator, and I'm using hare's ears and pheasant tails. Well, that's been this week's Fly Fishing Report, brought to you by Fred Rowe from Sierra Bright Dot Fly Fishing Guide Service. I can be found on Instagram or Facebook or on my webpage at sierrabrightdot.com.
Thanks a lot for the information from Fred Rowe at Sierra Bright Dot on the Owens River and Hot Creek. Fred guides in the Eastern Sierra, and if you want to be put in touch with him, let us know and we'll put you in contact, and we'll see you next time right here on the Backcast.